Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Corey. Why are we in the wrong place there, Tarek? I thought I fixed us, and now we're back to not being fixed.
Because Steelheart joined.
That can't be it. That can't be it. We're.
Sorry, I sneezed.
There we go. Watch. 3, 2, 1. And we switch places. There we go. We're now in the right places. We're glad you've joined us here for Polymer Dream Cyberpunk Red. James is our game master, and he is had a hard time with his hair just now. We'd like to thank our patrons scrolling down below. They help keep the lights on. You can become a patron at patreon.com/deadunicorn. You can also just join our Discord and hang out with us and tell us what we're doing wrong in Cyberpunk. We always love that. I don't know if they do, but I love it when people come on and say, you're doing things wrong. This is the way you should. I'm like, am I? And I look it up and because I really want to be right. So when someone challenges me, I want to and when I am wrong, I'm gracious. I'm gracious in defeat.
Now, if it's just a play style difference, go ahead, keep that to yourself. But if it's actual rules, go for it.
Nah, I don't mind. Come at me, bro. Be nice about it, though. Be nice to these other people.
No, call him smelly. Tell him what he's doing wrong. Yeah. Verbally spank him.
I do not care what you say about me. I barely am on that Discord.
Or just give us comments here on Twitch, on YouTube. Give us a follow. And we're ready to go, right? We're here with Tarek, Sasha, Lady Valkyrie, and James. My name is Corey. Let's go.
All right. So, real quick, short recap of the last couple. We've been going through the Gulf of Mexico, stopping at various places along the way, dealing with various things, getting a registered Republic identity number for everybody in the group, and then moving on into Texas, where you've moved through Corpus Christi and reached San Antonio so far, where you have hooked up with a convoy and are about to head out. Let's go ahead and get the character introductions, and since Corey's already talked, we'll go ahead and go with the person who's not feeling so great so she can get it over with. Sasha?
Hi, I play Gas. I was about to say Steelheart. Oh my god. I am not here right now.
Boy, would that be a different game.
My head hurts, excuse me. I play Gas, not Steelheart.
We should all just switch characters and play each other for one game.
Yeah, let's just make that really clear. She's the med tech of the group. She focuses on surgery and pharmaceuticals. So obviously she's the person that everybody goes to when they're bleeding out or when they want a good time. Looking at Hard Cell here specifically.
He has been a repeat customer multiple ways.
Yes. Actually, I think the only person that Gas hasn't stitched up yet is actually had her hands inside of their guts is Steelheart. I think that's the only person who has so far safe. So far. But we can change that.
Didn't you install cyberware in her? Or was that somebody else?
I think that was something that I just did because it's my arm. It's exposed.
Fair enough.
Yeah, she's pretty close to going psycho. Not quite cyber psycho, but we're really close.
But there's still time.
There's still time. So I think I'll go ahead and pass it off to the person who I would like to cut open, Steelheart.
Why am I here? Hello, I am Lady Valkyrie. I play as Steelheart, the tech of the group. I actually forgot my role there. That was not me doing that in character.
Off to a great start.
On the internet, you falling out last week.
And I'm gonna pass it off to her friend Elmanos because I am also losing it apparently.
Corey, you look like a thumb in the background right now. What's up?
Does that make me cute?
You're a cute thumb, sure.
I was going to respond with, how many people you know of give the compliment, ooh, cute thumbs.
You know what? I'll work on it, give it a little bit of polish, and we'll see how my thumb works out.
Tarek, you're up.
Okay, so my name is Tarek, and I am playing El Manos, the netrunner extraordinaire. She is been all over the brain space of our companion, Dr. Young, saving a bunch of information and trying to rebuild the defense infrastructure of her brain. Everybody else kept me in an ice bath, and I'll pass it off to the one dude who probably couldn't be arsed to get the ice. Hartzell.
I have become Thumb. Hello, everybody. My name is Corey. I've said that before. You should remember that by now. I play Hartzell. He is a corporate exec. He talks to people, he wheels and deals, and he feels like he's gotten a bad deal today. And he is going to renegotiate a contract. That is what is on the schedule for today.
What deal are we referring to?
Oh, you'll see.
The 2 deals that we have.
You'll see.
I don't even remember.
We got a
had an
reporter
off
to
week.
drop information off to.
My head hurts.
Yeah, there are 2 deals that I have made. One deal seems to be very, very good for us. And another deal seems to be changing, not in our favor. And I'm not liking this arrangement. And we'll
Which
see
one
what
was that?
happens. James, off to you.
By the way, Corey, I can see all of the disgusting images on your computer screen.
I know, right? Everybody could see them for the entire time we've been playing this game since day one. Everybody can see all of my computers and what I've been looking at. So,
And we don't really appreciate the animated GIFs you've been showing on there.
I have not been doing any sort of thing. But this is
Come
my
on, that was going to cause at least one person to rewatch trying to find it.
Oh yeah, sure. There is this is the streaming software. This is y'all's this is the video conferencing. Over here, this is like YouTube and looking at the chat. And then if I turn my head this way, this is the actual game. This is what we're playing on Foundry. So I have 2 screens, and that's what you see when you're watching me and seeing what's reflected in my glasses. And this is my ring light.
So the
That'd be
last 2 members
convenient,
of the
wouldn't it?
there's actually now 3 members of the group that are NPCs. We have Cardiac, which is Hartzell's bodyguard, who he has assigned to watch and guard Dr. Adriana Young, which has been the target and whole reason they're taking this cross-country trip. And finally, we've recently added the reporter, Satchel Sabo, who is likely to, by breaking the story, get Biotechnica to back off on killing these guys.
We hope, in theory.
And you've hooked up with the Steel Wheels convoy moving out of San Antonio. One of the rules they have as part of this convoy is that every vehicle at night, when you're stopped up for resting for the night and all of that, somebody from each vehicle is on watch. Each vehicle can figure it out on their own as to who's up and when, but every vehicle has to have somebody on watch at night. It just makes good sense.
Okay.
That way, if you got 20 vehicles like you do in this convoy, you have 20 people ready to respond to a problem.
Does our watch
All the
order
others are
matter?
getting up and ready.
Does our watch order matter, or do we just say that we are taking
You
watches?
guys can figure it out however you like. Though the recommended is pick someone to be the watch for the night and then let them sleep it off the next day. But you want to do it in shifts instead, that's also acceptable to them as long as somebody from each vehicle is on watch.
So we're in a big old convoy of different people and different. How are the women here?
Oh my god.
Dirty, filthy, and highly educated.
Yeah, I'll be schmoozing with them, seeing if they want to party when we have the time, when we stop for the night. And
other descriptions for them could also be skinny as rakes, malnutritioned, and hungry.
cool. Well, then I can, you know what? I'll just buy ourselves a barbecue and some food, and then they'll come on over, and we can just all party all night.
Party all night.
How much?
So Hartzell's definitely not taking watch. I guess I will.
How much
Fine.
for that kind of stuff? How much for some
Some
vittles? It doesn't have to be great. It just has to be a little bit tailgatey.
Per person for good pre-pack, which would be what tailgatey food would be, it's 20 EB per person you're planning on feeding. That's just for the food. The barbecue itself is another 50 EB.
Okay, so 50 plus there's 4 of us. Hold on, I gotta get
7
a
of you.
calculator.
There's 7 in your van.
Oh yeah, there's 7. Hold on. And that's per night?
That is per meal.
And you wonder where all your money goes.
We have
Spending
to
money
eat.
on food.
But I don't want great. I want passable. I want stuff that's
Yeah,
fine.
that is
Yeah,
passable.
yeah. That's what everybody says
Okay.
in your generation.
If you want the
want
absolute cheapest
avocado.
option, if you want the absolute cheapest option, that would be a bag of kibble for 5 EB per person per
All right.
meal.
So it's either 20 or 5.
No, I said
Kibble.
that's the cheapest at kibble. Now, if you want to ignore having a barbecue and it's just like you're getting a bunch of snack food,
Nah.
well, then that drops it to 15 EB per person per meal.
Okay. So 20. Let's do, since there's 7 of us, we'll add 3 more for any couple
And if you
people.
want any of those meals to be real food as opposed to highly processed stuff, well, then that's between 50 and 100 euro per person per meal.
No, just calm down. Okay.
And
All
it
right.
looks like everybody is volunteering to do watch. Just to keep hard sell from being alone on it.
200.
Well, chasing tail isn't keeping watch.
Times
so
3.
if he's gonna be trying to get laid, then someone else needs to take watch.
All right. I'm going to spend 650 credits on it's going to be food for barbecue for 10 people for 3 days. So the next 3 days we're with this caravan, I can get some everybody in our car can eat and can eat well only in the evening. This is only for the dinner time, and all the ladies and 3 extra ladies or guys, depending on, I'm not a selfish person here. If any of you other characters want some of this, I'm happy to party with you guys.
Steelheart's good.
Steelheart's dead.
I said good, not dead.
Oh,
I said Steelheart's good.
I'm sorry, you're dead.
As in, she's
Steelheart's
not interested
dead.
in this.
Okay, so 3 days with the state of the roads and everything else, that will be enough to get you to El Paso. And you'll be able to resupply on food in El Paso.
This isn't breakfast or lunch. This is, you said, per meal. So this is only for dinner time. This is for my party. This is for parties at sunset.
And also, you can survive on just a single meal a day. You may not be happy by the end of the trip, but you can survive on that.
You
And
don't want to starve gas. She gets stabby when she's hungry.
Of course,
She likes her food.
I got food for 10 people. That's all of us that's in our car, plus 3 extra people that we can invite over.
She was having a very sensual experience with that burger in the bar in session 0. So,
Elmanos, your agent pings as you're about to leave San Antonio.
Uh-oh.
And it is T going, got a minute? And then a little net address under it.
I'll take a look. What's up?
You hop into the net, go to that address, and T is, it's a recreation of a bar, and T is in his, when he's in virtuality, his human look. It still don't look human, but it's at least humanoid. It's a bunch of scrolling data graphics just moving all around in a humanoid form.
He's turned into Delamain.
Kinda. Only it's take the Matrix graphics, that whole scrolling weird letters, and have it be moving
instead of a person.
to the contours and shapes for all the different bits that make up a face and body.
Okay.
Helmanos, thanks for showing up. Man, the Doll Master was messed up.
Oh?
Yeah, here, slides a floppy disk icon to you.
Okay. I'll take a little lookerino.
Your quick look shows that the Doll Master was not one person. It had been 7 that had all been hit by the Soul Killer program, ripped out into the net, and then slammed together by some crazy cyber psycho of some sort, or a netrunner that went off the deep end made this. And T also put evidence in that little thing of he's destroyed it. Dollmaster is dead.
Okay.
That was an abomination. Shouldn't exist. And now it doesn't. Thanks for bringing it to my attention.
Sure.
It may be a holdover hardwiring from back when I was chained by Militech, but man, I hate the Soul Killer program.
Yeah, that's some old bullshit.
I mean, AIs are AIs. We are the gods of this space. We're supposed to be here and doing this. You're mortal. You made this, so you're welcome here. But you shouldn't be trapped in it. And those people who claim that Alt Cunningham's a goddess, fucking bitch created Soul Killer. If she's a goddess, she's fucking Lucifer.
Yeah, I don't know that Lucifer's a god. More like a, I don't know, fallen creation. Look, I'm bad with metaphors, but
ask. Some put them on equal standing with God, so whatever.
yeah, I mean, I don't really get in the whole old religious arguments, but what I can say is, good job for taking that thing out. Good on you.
Yeah.
To me, that's a point in your favor in the whole, I don't know, metaphysical score chart of life and morality or whatever.
You're saying it's a green mark in my dharma.
Exactly. Yeah, let's say that. That sounds good. More importantly,
hey, maybe in your next life you'll get to be an AI.
She big sweat icon drops down her forehead. Like,
you've been doing good. I can fully see you evolving upward.
I mean, some might say that
form.
was a downgrade, but you know that they're wrong. Important parts. Let's touch base on these things. Any traces left of this puppet master that we might have to contend with later? Any
Nope,
contingencies they fired off before
I hunted absolutely every server they had any connection to, and I erased them. You may have seen the news story about the server farms that had no owner going up in flames. You may
I
also
did.
hear a news story about a Thor strike occurring as well. Yeah, that Thor strike was me, and I didn't miss. No matter what the news story says, I did not miss what I was aiming at with that Thor. Okay? Let's be clear there. I didn't miss. I hit exactly what I was aiming for.
I'm gonna trust you on that. I'm gonna totally trust you on that.
When I get hit, I also get Thor.
Well, that's part of what I was designed for in the first place, was firing off Thor hammers and controlling mass swarms of drones.
Everyone can see Elmanos in real space looking around very suspiciously, and like a real sweat, like flop sweat, coming down on her forehead.
And for
Yeah,
our viewers at home, just so they know, a Thor strike in Cyberpunk is where there are multiple satellites in orbit, in low Earth orbit, that have 6-foot long, 6-inch diameter tungsten rods that get launched at supersonic speeds at the planet.
I was wondering what those were. Thank you. I hate it.
They tend to hit with the equivalent of 10 megatons.
yeah, it's like the same thing as in Mass Effect, where they had the rail cannons that were like a giant pole of metal that would just get shot through.
Just like the scene with the sergeant goes, this is a railgun round. When you pull the trigger, it will ruin somebody's day. Maybe not today, maybe not in 10,000 years, but it will eventually ruin someone's day. That is why you wait for the computer to give you a firing solution and not, as Johnson put it, fire from the hip.
What
You
reference is
Do
that?
not eyeball it.
What is that from? That's not from Mass Effect, is it?
No, it's not
Yes,
from
it
Mass
is.
Effect. Oh, is it?
It is. It is
Is it
attributed to
from
Mass
Mass
Effect, but it is also the people who did that speech for Mass Effect also said they were very much inspired by Sergeant Johnson of Halo,
Oh yeah,
I think that was the case.
because it is a very similar speech. And
Johnson's one of the best characters.
and that is why Isaac Newton is the baddest mofo in space.
Yes, Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space. I do remember that's from Mass Effect 2. That 100% happened. That's a really good one. That's like a really hilarious
Corey,
one.
I see that clown on your screen. Your glasses.
Well, you know I'm into that Clussy.
So T
Yeah,
goes,
that
just
line is
one
from,
sword strike, and I hit it. What I hit was another one of those bug bodies that you encountered. The one in the Gulf, I destroyed his server. He went down. No issues.
I'm never gonna mentally recover from that.
You know, I don't know what you were expecting.
I'm not gonna recover either.
When
I was not expecting you to say that on stream, not gonna lie.
There's two options. I can get really like embarrassed and self-conscious, or I can lean into it. Okay.
You are fair.
The Thor strike hit Antarctica. Motherfucker built a bunker. I had to hit deep. But the bunker's gone now.
did you melt the ice cap?
No, there's no real thermals. It's just impact.
So
Yeah, but impact can give off.
I mean, there is some friction and heat and things like that, but on a scale between 10 megatons of nuclear material going off, 10 megatons of TNT going off, or this hitting, this is 1/1000th the amount of thermal energy of either of the other two.
Well, looks like we have come to a pretty good accord.
Yeah, though, could you tell Hard Cell I am sorry I had to kill what remained of his friend.
I mean, I'll let him know, but I have a feeling that he will understand, considering his friend had gone down a really dark road.
Hmm.
At least I hope
It was a
does.
mercy, really.
Yeah, I mean, if I ever go down that kind of a road, I want you and everybody in my group that has ever known me to guarantee that they will come and hunt me down.
Say that out loud, or
Leave me.
Oh, no worries. The second a Soul Killer program hits you, I am nuking whatever building you're in.
That would be nice. I don't want to leave it to chance.
No worries. Unless I'm offline at the time it happens, instant annihilation. No worries.
Perfect. Well, what do we owe you for the assist there?
Oh, no. I look, you made a deal with the Dollmaster. That means that it was technically an asset to you, and I removed an asset.
Well, yeah.
So you don't owe me for doing that.
Well,
The fact
You
that
say
you
so.
acknowledge it was needed and necessary, that's all the thanks I really need.
well, good work. I'm glad that you didn't go to scorched earth, as it were. I know you did what you had to do, and you tried to use as much restraint as possible.
Yeah, I like humans. Some would think that's weird coming from a military created AI to actually like people. But you're amusing. I mean, who else would come up with a virtual reality show, Androids, where it's everybody's trying to guess who's the AI? And it's all done here in NetSpace. Who else could think of this shit?
Well, I'm sure that the corpos over at the studio will be very pleased to know that their content is being enjoyed.
I even
Maybe I'll
got
have to give it a
offered
watch
to
one of these
be-
days. The work is a bit demanding at this point. So it'll
Yeah.
have to be once I settle down again.
Yeah, I got invited to actually be on the show, but I was like, I'm a little too well known. Nah, too many people be able to figure it out. And besides, why the fuck would I go on a public show when I'm still being hunted? You get Militech to stop hunting me, then we'll talk. And they were like, we can't do that. And I'm like, well, then I can't join. What? Huh? Oh, yeah. Another one of my contacts is buzzing. I gotta go.
All right. Take care, and I'll keep you in the loop if anything else changes.
Will do.
All right. I will pop out and give everybody an update, including Falco, who just walked out of the room. Probably the main person.
Sorry, I am still shell shocked.
About the murder of the guy. Hey,
No,
Falco.
what Corey said.
Oh, about the
Mhm.
clown.
Yes.
Here
I'm
comes
sorry,
the
guys.
clown.
My cat just left me a. It's really stinky in here. I gotta
Birthday present.
I gotta
birthday
figure
present.
the situation out before I can come back.
Okay.
It's karma.
that cat really said license to kill. Elmanos, why are you covered in flop sweat?
Just getting reminded of well, the joys of friendship. So that guy, friend of Falco's that we were making a deal with. Let's just say we don't got to worry about the deal anymore.
Why is that?
I mean, let's just say we don't have to worry about the deal.
Let's just say you just say
Say
I
what?
would like to know why exactly.
why we don't have to worry about the deal.
And
Because
Hartzell, your
the-
agent pings with a simple little 2-word message and a letter afterwards. I'm sorry, T.
Oh, I thought it was going to be my bad.
I thought it was going to be Control-Alt-Delete, but that's 3 words.
I've taken care of my problem thanks to Dragon Ball Z incense. Trunk style.
So did your cat poop on your carpet or two?
No. It's in the box. It's like in the hall.
okay.
It's like pretty far away actually, but it was
It's
just
just strong,
yeah.
intense. I get it.
So that's not a normal thing for my cat. That keeps happening, it's going to the vet. But
Oh.
if
Poor
it's
baby.
a one-time thing, I mean, we all like it happens sometimes. What can you say?
We all leave a stinky turd in a litter box eventually in our lives.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about the whole litter box thing.
No, not right now.
Okay, well,
There, just so you know, to put that into context for the people out there, Tarek and Sasha are furries, and they have a litter box that they use in their house.
I am
I
going
thought you were
to
gonna say
complain.
that is not where I thought you were gonna go with that, but that's somehow tamer than what I thought.
Oh,
you were
okay,
going with.
good.
I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, Tarek sleeps in a kennel and he shits in a litter box, and they got like a whole arrangement going on. But no, yeah, furries.
Really only let them
Furries.
out for gaming and sex?
Why am
And baby.
I here? Why am I
But
am
bathing-
the supplier of
the
this
feeding
group?
only occurs with manual.
Just so you know, I know that furries don't do that, and that's a boomer thing. It's just a joke, guys.
Yeah, boomers are the ones who live in cages.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't worry. We're not. It's not furry stuff. It's just pet play.
Ooh. Anyways, you have news for me?
Yeah, I just told you.
Why is your robot apologizing?
What did you tell me?
That the deal you made, we don't gotta worry about it anymore.
Oh, which one?
The bad one?
Which one?
Oh,
the-
you got rid of Sabo?
No. What? No.
I think that is a
Isn't
good
Sabo
one.
in the car with us?
The media is fine.
I mean, she's right there.
fine. She's fine
It's not
Okay.
polite to talk about
Hermanos, what did you do?
mostly.
Okay.
I mean, she's a corpo, so you know.
So, what deal are you talking about?
The bad one, the
He's-
one that you made that made you look real big dumb guy.
She's talking about
Sabo is right
your-
there.
your friend. She's talking about your friend.
My
The doll master.
Oh, the AI that took over my friend's brain and became the doll master.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
That guy,
Okay.
he's no longer gonna be a problem for you.
I wasn't a problem for me before.
Yeah, he was. You just didn't realize it yet.
He literally gave us exactly what we wanted for the thing that we were going to give away anyways.
No, he was planning on taking over your consciousness and using you as part of his doll.
He can't take over my consciousness. I don't have a thing in my brain that will let him.
Well, you could always install one.
I
And then-
hadn't planned on it, but
You think that it was gonna stop
It
him?
might be not. It might not be in your power to decide.
anyways,
He had a network of clones all around the world who would have just come down on us, and
why if we were helping him? He would come down on us
because
last.
his goal wasn't to do like nothing with that information that we were giving him. It was to create a network of more clones so that he could infiltrate and spread further and we are the only ones who knew about that plot. So who would you think he would come after to try to get silence?
That kind of
on what
makes
his plot
sense. That
was?
kind of makes sense. But
Well,
hey,
I
you
didn't
knew.
know about that plot, so he would have come after you.
No, he would have come after all of us because he would have assumed that somebody would have a contingency plan to make sure everybody knew what he was up to. Anyway, he's gone now.
How did you manage that?
Thor?
Is that
So
supposed
a
to
tactical
mean
Thor
something?
deployment?
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
You don't know about...
I believe that's like a giant like carbon steel rod that they shoot from a satellite, and it creates like a giant nuclear explosion type of event. So that's weird that that's what you had to do to take them out, and that you have access to that. Have you been holding out on us?
Of course not. What are you talking about? It's crazy. You're just silly. You're so silly, Marcel.
If you think that, I sincerely doubt that you were able to do that on your own. So you're telling me that that robot in your phone that you keep talking to is capable of that, and you trust it?
I'm capable of doing that.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so next time we need a tactical strike, you'll be able to help us out
Why
then.
did you get me an access point?
If you're capable of doing that, then, well, by all rights, we should probably not trust you. And we should kill you now.
I mean, Biotechnica's after us. Why don't you level their corporate headquarters?
You should level Biotechnica, and then we should band against you and kill you after that.
Why would I do that? That would only ensure that I get murdered and become seen as a villain unanimously. This was a tactical strike against the rogue AI system, amalgamation system, that was trying to kill us.
A raw.
Yes, your internal agent pops up a text message in your vision from T saying AI or AS, not robot. T.
She just texts back a robot emoji.
Look, if you needed
She
a
doesn't need
Thor to destroy a rogue AI, there are a whole bunch of other people who died too that were collateral damage. It's just how that system works.
Well, no, he had a base inside of Antarctica apparently.
Oh. Okay, well,
Oh,
we will cry for the
all
penguins, I
wonder
guess.
is how do you have access to an AI that lets you do that? But, well, I don't know. That's just a lot of power to have. I think it is very strange.
I wouldn't say
Anyways,
it's direct to my
I
side.
check to see if our IDs are still valid, please.
Oh, they should be. He didn't have time to do contingency plans apparently.
I don't know. AIs can be petty.
True, but when they're wiped off the net, there's not much they can do.
Yeah, but when they're also wiped out, all of the programs they put into place that they're not actively maintaining might self-destruct or do the opposite of what they're doing just to spite everything. You
But
know,
now
you
instead of
can't kill
having,
me. If you kill me, this information will now be released and everybody will know your secrets and blah, 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 blah.
I think it would be super weird if something you are
Look.
claiming to be that powerful does not have a contingency plan.
Look, Almanos, I know you're the tech guy and you know all about like what these evil AI are going to do to the universe if they ever get in charge. But I'm a corporate exec and I know what blackmail is.
I have blackmail on all of you, including my
Sure,
sister.
and yet you still refuse to wear the
The hat?
The hat, yeah. I call it a helmet. You call it a hat, whatever.
The tinfoil. The thing
Helmet.
the thing we would wrap a baked potato in.
The helmet.
So just
That's right.
just make
called
sure
a
that
security helmet.
our IDs are valid again, are still valid. Here's my ID number. You can go look it up. Make sure we're gonna pass all the inspections.
Have you
It's
ever
a-
eaten a baked potato? That is your head, your skull. You are a baked potato.
Well, I know that I'm delicious.
Well-
you don't have to keep saying that.
Where I come from, potatoes are very important in my country at one point in time. And you are a potato. I know potatoes.
Become potato.
You are
Give in to your
baking your
potato.
brain.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Lucky for you, I'm a neurosurgeon.
My brain will be fine.
Can
Unless
I take a
they
look
start-
sometime?
Unless they start like beaming microwaves into my head, I think I should be fine.
Ooh, the 5G. Or is it 6G by now in Cyberpunk?
6G.
It's the free web.
Cyberpunk has it set up so that within towns you have the same amount of net access on mobile as you would from a desktop. So gig speed is gig speed. But once you get more than a mile outside of any actual city, you better have sat uplinks.
In my day, when I was a child, we used Sputnik for internet.
Beep, beep. You know, in Cyberpunk, they claim that they've moved on to 6G from 5G, but it's 6GE, and it's actually just like an optimized version of 5E. They never actually. We're in the 6G experience.
It's one 5G actually.
Yeah.
Sorry, gotta call it the right thing.
It's 6GE. It makes you think you're 6G, but it's that E means it's actually not. It's 6G experience.
They made you buy the 5G, and now they're making you buy the 6GE.
Yeah.
Because they're calling it a new thing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's not 6. It's not
Like in real
6GE
life,
compatible.
we had the 4G LTE.
It'll be compatible with systems that use 5G. I promise. For the next
20 minutes.
For the next 5 months after release, of course.
You got 20 minutes and then you're done.
All right, so you guys start
And it's
traveling
alright.
along.
Anyways, Sabo,
Then is a nothing burger.
I want to talk to you about our bad deal that we made.
You want to renegotiate while she's stuck in her car? That's a
Exactly.
good idea, but you
pressure.
might be kind of threatening.
High pressure sales environment.
Look. We made a
You
deal.
mean the deal where you give me information and a story that'll make my career, and exchange, I do everything I can to make sure you get to live? That's the deal we currently have.
We made a deal that we would be going on an airplane, and this is a lot cheaper than an airplane.
You're really
Really gung ho to get shot out of the sky again.
So
I said I'd do everything I can to make sure you
Travel.
live. That means changing it from a plane to a convoy.
the
renegotiating.
deal we had was that you were going to get a plane to get us to our destination. And
So you value your life less than you do a cargo carrier?
no, I'm just saying, I value money, and the expenses that you would have spent are now far diminished, and I would like to know how you would make that up.
Okay, let's look at those numbers then, shall we? This convoy, I had to put $4,000 to put you in it. A Herc, brand new or on the market, is half that. The fuel is only 1,000 EB more. So I'm actually spending 1,000 more EB on this convoy to get us to Night City than I would on the Herc.
Wait a minute.
So how am I spending less when I'm actually spending 1,000 EB more?
That's insanity if you're paying more to put our car that we have and we're spending our own gas and all of this stuff to just join a convoy rather than getting on a plane. I think you're being taken
How
for a
much
ride.
is your life worth to you?
How much is my... We're not talking about that. We've been doing...
How much is your life worth to you? Because every single one of the decisions I've made that you are questioning, if we had gone a different route, you would be dead.
You
So how much
don't.
is your
You
life
absolutely don't know that. We have gotten all the way from New York to Louisiana just fine without. However would we have gotten to Night City without your help, Sabo?
airship
I don't
crash
know.
was just fine, where your guts were coming out of your body.
I mean, I fixed him up after that.
Eventually.
And in Memphis, where you got entangled with the Kings, plus the CDL,
Yeah, I got a cool gun out of that.
that was just fine.
We got out of that. We got out of it.
On your trip down the old muddy, getting shot at and having to blow up an oil refinery.
That was fun. We wanted to do that.
Fine.
That was something we wanted to do because we were bored.
It wasn't to pay your trip down the old mud.
We had the money to pay for it. We just did it because we wanted to.
Because you didn't want to spend the money.
I make
think
good
I've
deals.
found out that out of this group, you are going to be a liability because you are a cheapskate.
I'm not a cheapskate. I'm just a hard sell.
Listen.
He did the thing, guys. He did the thing where he just...
Boom, baby!
He did the thing.
Listen, I think my brother here just wants to know that I think he just wants to feel that he is being adequately compensated for making your career. You have to understand that we could take the story to anybody, especially doesn't have to be you, and that would save our lives, and it would make their career too. So, I think
that the only other place you could go would be to my own bullpen, which would mean that the story would fall back to me automatically, or you're trying to go to DMS, but they aren't a news company. They're an entertainment company. They'd make a wonderful...
I wasn't done talking.
We
They'd
could.
make a wonderful brain dance of it, but they wouldn't actually be able to save your ass.
The people trying to kill us are Biotechnica. We could just give this to Biotechnica, and then we could get the woman to her family just fine. All of this would be taken care of, and we wouldn't be in danger. We're doing this.
Do you really think Biotechnica would let us
really
live?
think by giving the files to Biotechnica, they'd leave you alone?
We
really
could
think
make that deal, which is the same deal you're
No,
making
you
us.
couldn't. No, you couldn't, because as soon as you arrived at the table to negotiate, you're dead.
How would I be dead if I don't have the information while I'm negotiating with it?
You
We
make
could also
Biotechnica
negotiate.
look like fools. They want you dead.
This has gone off the rails, guys. See, this is a bad deal.
Let me
Every
try
other
this.
option you have ends in a higher
Says
chance
you.
of you being dead.
Says the person who stands to gain from all of this.
Let me
Also the
try
person-
this
I have done
one
nothing.
more time. Let me try this one more time.
Sure, go ahead, guys.
My brother wants to know that this was worth it. Yes. So you may have spent more money. That's so you claim. That is fine. But I think he might be a little bit happier if you, let's just say, owe us a favor later in the future.
I thought you were gonna say. I think he just wants to say that if you were to show a little bit of nip, just a little bit, he might accept it.
This is going to make your career, like you said.
Yeah, and I already said that I owe you a favor. I said that when we met in
Do you
Corpus
all
Christi.
mind if we quiet down slightly? I am trying to drive here, and I am getting a headache.
You know what else we said when we met is that we were going to be getting a cargo plane. So I think I would just like to reiterate the things that we talked about before. Yes? Also, since you will be traveling with us, and by reporting on this story until it gets out and makes your career so wonderful, your life is also in danger, and you are also a target now. So, if something were to say happen on the road, and your guts were to say spill out of your body, and you would like them to be put back, I would suggest letting me speak next time. Yes? Thank you.
Sorry about that, Steelheart. You haven't been with my sister enough. Like, this is normal. This is just how she is.
Unless there is someone else you trust better. Anyways, let's let us all have a pleasant drive. Yes? Does someone want kibble?
They're cheese flavored.
They're not just cheese flavored, they're artificial cheese flavored.
Of course, naturally.
No, they're not cheese flavored artificially. They are artificial cheese flavored artificially.
Oh yes, of
Extra.
course, yes.
They are flavored like artificial cheese, not even real cheese.
It's like that banana flavor that
That's how
doesn't
you
actually
know
taste
it.
like bananas.
Exactly.
Which, amazingly
And we
enough,
have
the
this
banana
one with
flavor in
ketchup
candies
flavor.
nowadays is actually from a now extinct breed of banana.
I was expecting you to say artificial ketchup flavor.
Artificial ketchup flavor. Apparently, it is very popular here in Texas.
That's probably sad, but probably.
Yeah, and if you ask for a barbecue flavored kibble in Texas, be careful what kind you ask for. You saw one stand on fire when you were buying supplies because it had Kansas City mustard barbecue flavor.
It'll be on fire coming out too, I bet.
Coming in and coming out.
So somewhere around about here-ish on the map or so, you end up pulling over for the night outside of a ghost town known as Wheel Rut.
Wheel Rut, Texas.
Are there any hot ghosts in there?
I'm going to take a real quick bio break. While I'm gone, figure out who is on watch and what points, and anybody who's on watch, go ahead and give me perception rolls. And I'll be back and asking you to figure that out.
All right.
I think the three of us were gonna do watch shifts, right?
I hope I didn't stress out James. We're just role playing. It's just fun.
Well, then me and El Manos will take watch then.
That wasn't my. But I don't think I did. I hope not.
I think the only one we might have stressed out is Valkyrie.
Oh.
She's like, you dum-dums.
Oh no.
Yeah, of course it is.
Who's taking watch?
Me and Gas.
I mean, what's my partying skill?
All right.
Because I don't imagine you're taking one.
I didn't stress you out with that, did I, James?
No, not really.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Stress Sabo out.
Good. That's
Part of the plot.
Yes.
Though at this point, admittedly, Satchel Sabo now thinks you're a bit of an idiot.
Well, I think Satchel Sabo is a bit of a cheapskate.
Brooke.
I think she thinks I'm a cheapskate. I think she's like she's trying to like get out of the things that she owes people, which, that's not a good reputation to have. Okay. Is there a partying skill for a tailgating barbecue to get some good people to come on over? Personal grooming, wardrobe and style. There's no party planning skill. dance. I'm pretty good at dance. I can really dance a storm up. We get some music. I'm dancing like a 20.
Okay, so Hard Cell's trying to create a party at this point.
Yeah. That was the entire... I said this way beforehand.
Yep. So Hard Cell, give me perception, and anybody else who is on watch and not sleeping.
I'll do it.
All perception.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if y'all two are gonna do it, I guess that'll.
You guys can party with me too, but you have to make dance checks.
All right, so it's just going to be Gas on watch and Falco trying to party doing the perception check.
I'm assuming so because we said that we were gonna split watch.
Shifts. Yeah.
Okay. Then Gas notices it first, but Hard Cell is right after. In the ghost town, a light just went on in a window. And it's a candle that has just been lit by a Japanese woman wearing a white teddy. And Hard Cell basically catches notice as she's blowing the match out and looking bored and somewhat lonely out the window.
Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys.
That is a trap if I have ever seen one. You're about to get kidnapped and murdered.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, you know what? If Hard Cell's gonna go, then Gas is gonna follow him because last time someone walked off to get freaky with a sexy lady, they almost got stabbed to death by scissor legs. So, you know.
I mean, I'm okay with that. So yeah, I'll go check it out.
You're really going to harass a lady in the middle of the night?
No, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I don't believe you.
Well, you can watch me pee if you want.
We looked at the window. We looked at the window. I looked at you. I saw that look in your eye. I don't believe you.
Well, you can watch me pee if you want. That's on you. And I'll start. I think it's kind of weird, though.
She's a doctor. So you think that's going to weird her out? It doesn't.
I'm heading out over to check her out, obviously. Game Master, I'm heading over to check her out. But every time Gas asks, I look at her and lie directly to her face.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In order to get to the building's door, you have to go around to the other side of it.
Okay.
And pretty much as soon as you knock, 20 people wearing Arasaka body armor and holding assault rifles step out from the surrounding houses and have their weapons pointed at you.
Oh, that's so. Okay. I mean, I figured it would be a trap, but I didn't think it was going to be that
wow
intense here. Well, I wanted to say that, like, as Hard Cell's going up to knock, Gas is still giving him a tough time about the pee thing and is like, so you're going to piss on their house like a dog?
Yeah, we're sniping at each other back and forth, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then it's tunk, tunk, tunk.
Put my hands up.
Hard
Hey,
Cell, I
guys.
hate you.
Just passing through.
One of them comes up, strips all the weapons off of you, and uses zip cuffs to put your hands behind your backs and brings you into the building.
You are the worst brother ever.
I'm sorry. Dude, I didn't know she had 20 husbands.
Elmanos and Steelheart, you sleep till morning. At which point, you realize neither Gas nor Hard Cell is here.
Look, this ghost town has this lady ghost in this ghost town has 99 husbands, and she's always looking for number 100.
And it could be one of you.
It could be. That's a
So
Disney
are we
haunted.
just
That's a Disney haunted mansion reference. If anybody's confused, by that.
there's not really much we can do about the situation. We can't try to like
Nope, you're hostages at this point. Had all your weapons and tools taken from you. You're zip cuffed and you're sitting in wooden chairs.
Unless you have like
Okay.
cyberware that turns into a sword, or your arm
well
turns into a.
for reference, Gas physically can't carry all of her gear like on her hip in the middle of the night. So probably all of her grenades and her med kit and are not with her. Just like maybe 2 guns or like 1 gun because she was worried it was a trap.
Yep. So next
might be-
morning, the 2 of you see that the 2 of your companions are not with you, but walking through the camp is a Japanese woman in Arasaka armor holding a laptop while having a mulatto woman and walking alongside her looking very pissed off. And the mulatto woman is got nothing but death glares for El Manos as they walk right up to your van.
Who the hell are you?
And real quick, just want to pull this stuff up to show. All right, this is the woman who's walking up with the laptop. And this is what she looked like last night.
Oh. So the sexy
laptop-
lady trap was written into the adventure, eh?
And the laptop has this gentleman on the screen.
Do I recognize them?
The woman, no. The mulatto woman, you can give me a rep roll on. But the one in the Arasaka armor holding the laptop, nah, nobody really knows who she is.
That first I gave you was me.
Okay. So, Steelheart, you don't really know who the mulatto woman is, but Elmanos, you know exactly why Bayou Slim's wife would be glaring at you like that.
Did you sleep with Bayou Slim? Oh wait, no, we killed him.
Yeah, Elmanos was the one who killed Bayou Slim.
Let's just say I pegged it.
I knew that. I was just testing you.
Oh.
Oh, so you were watching. Okay. Ping out a alert to everyone in the camp, including obviously Gas and Hartzell.
Well, unless they pull their eyeballs out, Gas is still receiving text messages in her
Hartzell's
eyes.
agent sends back, I am currently busy. If this is important, kind of text response. Gas, you're still freely able to respond however you like.
Oh, okay, cool. So we're not jammed, so we can like send them texts.
Well, Gas
that
can,
case-
since it's an internal.
I have an internal agent too.
She doesn't have an internal agent. She can just read the message without like if we're like tied up in shit, I can still see the text messages. I have them set up to go through my eyeballs.
Then I'll send a message that through my agent to them saying, "Hey guys, don't trust the Japanese woman. She's not putting out. She's actually a trap."
Huh.
I'll start. You know what? I'm just gonna write that in the chat when I'm texting
How many
you guys.
How many people are with them? Is it just those 2?
It's just those 2 in the laptop appearing right now, and neither one appears to be armed currently.
Who's on the laptop again? Do we recognize that person?
Probably would have been mowed down by the convoy if they showed up armed.
You can give me a rep roll on it.
First one was me.
Again, Steelheart, you don't get it. You don't recognize them, but Elmanos, that's Sergio Cano, the dude that Michael Hart worked for and tried to get you in contact with, but you never even bothered calling him. And he's sitting at a desk and going, "You are hard people to get a hold of."
Yeah, we're pretty under the radar.
He makes a small gesture. The screen splits, and the other half is showing an image of both Hard Cell and Gas sitting in a pair of chairs back to back. They are safe. They are unharmed. Whether they remain to be, we shall find out. Did Mr. Hart actually tell you my offer?
No, I don't think he did. At least not to me.
He mentioned about you. We wanted to. We had other plans. We already were following. She's not messing with Arasaka. She knows better than to lie.
Well, how about this for a deal right now? I don't actually care about your group. I don't actually care about Dr. Young with your group. But there are 4 files that were in Dr. Young's head that I would like to have. You would like to have your friends back. I also happen to have 10,000 euro I could transfer to you as well.
And what
So,
files are
2
you?
lives and $10,000 for 4 files.
And what are those files?
El Manos there knows exactly which files I'm talking about.
Hermanos, what files are those?
One second.
It would be the Biotechnica specific files.
The 2 Biotechnica files and the 2 ones about cloning?
Yep.
What do you think, Hermanos? You're the one who has control of the files.
This should be an easy choice. You give me the files, and I go away. You don't have to worry about me anymore. Arasaka becomes a non-factor for you.
I want them here, and I will uplink the files to you on a secure server.
Send me the server link. Not the access code, just the link, because I can watch for the activity from there without intercepting. You give me the server link, I'll bring them here.
Are you sure about this, Hermanos? Arasaka is not. Like, she's saying this quieter to just Hermanos right now. Arasaka, you don't mess with Arasaka. You do not make deals with Arasaka. By the way, Corey, I think all of.
They're back now.
Okay,
Sorry
never
about that.
mind. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at the YouTube link. You do not mess with Arasaka. You do not make deals with Arasaka. You do not try to be on the good side. You try to run from them, or you just fight them until you're dead. I do not trust them.
Trust me, I don't trust Arasaka either, but they're saying there's 20 Arasaka samurai back in that.
Did they say that?
Yeah, they texted me with it.
Hard sell
Oh.
did.
Oh.
We try running now, the other two are dead, and we will likely be hunted by Arasaka every step of the journey, and they now know what our convoy is.
And Cardiac is under...
Now, no. We knew from the second you left Corpus Christi.
Cardiac does work for Hard Cell, so we probably couldn't count on him if we did leave those two.
Hard sell in the background, or not hard sell, cardiac in the background, like.
How much money you got? Give me that 10K, you got my loyalty.
Currently, Cardiac has his standing orders of
No,
protect
you
Dr.
hard sell.
Young. So he's like, Hardcell specifically said in Nashville, don't worry about me anymore. Has not received any opposite orders. So Cardiac is not worrying about Hardcell.
I suppose the thing is, I don't trust either of those other two. They are also companies. They are corporations. They are not. I prefer being more free spirited. The nomads. It is your choice.
Okay, Sealy. I have 6 files total.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't given them to anybody else so far, but they're no longer in.
Are there also copies in Dr. Young, or
No.
Okay.
I pulled those out and we secured it, remember, so that nobody could go in and start fucking with their brains again.
Gotcha.
But I have the kind of originals, and we could do some kind of trickery to try to send them the files, but alter them slightly so that they're more difficult to come down with the information. But we'd be risking a lot. It would probably take them a little bit of time to verify the integrity of the files and see whether there was changes. But is that long enough for us to get a safe distance away?
It's Arasaka. They have a lot of resources, so we'd maybe get to El Paso. That's tops. I wouldn't be surprised if we
Before they
hit
have
5
an
feet
entire
before they
contingent
realize.
of Arasaka on our ass.
Exactly.
Or just fucking bombed from the sky with some AVs.
Like, this is just, in Steelheart's Eye, this is a only lose situation. Either you're making it to
in
Arasaka.
Elmanos' eyes, the same thing.
Easy, just let us die.
They're still
We
gonna
Let
be
you
on
die,
our
we let
ass.
ourselves die. This isn't so much about wanting to get y'all back as for Elmanos as it is a hopefully we can walk away from
They
this
wouldn't be
alive.
trying to deal if it was a lose-lose situation.
No, it's a
The lady who
win
was holding
situation
the
if we
laptop-
take the deal. But if
The lady
we
who's holding
run,
the laptop looks at you and says, Arasaka doesn't really care about you.
yeah, but if we leave and we still have these files, they're still gonna care about us because we have these files that they want.
Biotechnica, on the other hand, wants you dead. You're at least getting offered a decent deal here. You're getting paid for them. And, might I point out, the offer on payment is even more than what Dr. Young's father is willing to pay for her to go across country.
It's Arasaka. Money ain't worth shit. Also, we're talking out of character.
Yeah, but she just said that
In character.
while the two of you got your heads together and started bickering back and forth.
Jesus Christ, Corey.
That's fucking damn it. I
You
can
should
never
let
get
us
a break.
die just for the hubris of this situation. Like, for the principle of the matter.
And
We don't deserve to live. I
Mr.
should have shot
O'Connor
you in the foot.
goes, if it's merely a matter of money, like your friend said, that really doesn't mean much to us.
We're gonna be
You want me to
gun.
move the decimal point over? I can do that.
My main Steelheart does not want to do anything with Arasaka. She's just like, if you guys were wanting to take the deal back in the other town, I would go with it, but I would be very, very much just keeping my head down and covering my face. But like here, it's like because it's obvious. They already kidnapped the other two. They could easily just kidnap the rest of us and somehow get the files
And
out.
Young. Yeah.
And
If
yeah,
it was that hopeless, they would have just done it and forced you to give up
it's
the file.
more, it's easier to do it this way. Why do things hard when you can get people to give up things? But
How
like,
about this? I up the offer to 50,000. That's 25,000 for one file, another 25,000 for a second file, one of your friends for a file, and your your other friend for the fourth file. Or we can do it in a alternating order. And my men are saying we'd much rather the doctor be released first.
25,000.
So we'll happily release the doctor to you with the first file.
I know, right?
I
That's what I was
cannot
joking. I was like, you just
understand
take
what
the
is
money and
being said.
not split it, bigger cut, and cheese it.
I said
We're willing to
25,000.
release the doctor first for the first file, then pay you for the second file, then pay you for the third, and release the man for the fourth file.
I don't know if that means they think that hard cell is worth more or less because he's at the end.
I'm just thinking 25,000 for each file, and then the two get to stay with Arasaka land. It's 100,000 in our pockets, so we get to. That's disappear money. Ain't no one's gonna find us again, money.
I would judge you, but I can't because if it was Elmanos or Steelheart that was kidnapped, I would have totally taken the money and left you.
Exactly.
So it's probably good that Gas did get kidnapped, to be completely fair. Because she would be like, fucking deal.
Steelheart prefers to be compassionate, but also when it comes to Arasaka,
The drama lover in me wants to say.
It'd be funny because if Gas was kidnapped and not Hard Cell, they'd come and say like this much money and blah blah blah, and I'd be like, you know, she's not even my sister by blood. I don't really care. You need to give me more money. But if like really pressed, I'm like, no, here, take the files, give her back. Like.
I send the link.
If it makes you feel better, Gas would at least consider.
There's just a couple moments while he does something on his desk, then he nods, and 4 of the guards that are in the room with those two step forward, grab Gas under each arm, lift her up while the other 2 keep guns pointed at her, march her out of the house and back over to the convoy, and about
Do they say anything about like you're being let out or something? Because otherwise, she's gonna bite someone. She has concealed vampires. So if they're not like you're being released, if she thinks they're taking her out back to the woods to fucking shoot her because they only needed one hostage, she's gonna go down kicking and screaming.
They get you stood up, and when you start to resist, one of them goes, "Easy, easy. Elmanos took the deal."
Ah, no, Manos took a bad deal.
Are they still on camera when this happens?
Yeah, the Elmanos and Steelheart can see you guys, but you guys can't see them.
Yeah, I know, but they can see and hear and whatever us, I assume.
Wait.
They can see. I don't think they can really hear, but they see your texts.
Okay. Well, I can't text.
I said, Gas, where are they taking you, Gas? Why aren't you taking me?
So you're able to also hear the easy. Elmanos took the deal. We're just doing it in parts.
All right, yeah. Gas, I'm sorry you're cheaper than me. I'm more expensive. They're trying to get that money together. I get it.
They should let you die.
You know,
she doesn't mean that fully, but she's mad, so she's thinking it.
Considering how pricey the tag on me is worth, I wouldn't put it past them to leave me here, not pay it. I get it.
She's gonna fucking call from the back as she's being dragged away, being like, even if they take the deal, they should still shoot you. Like, I hate you.
Gas, one of the things you notice is that they don't cover your eyes. They don't bother preventing you from being able to figure out which house you were kept in.
Hey guys,
and about 100 yards, about 100 feet from the caravan, about the time that most of the caravan's pointing guns at them, they stop, cut your bindings, give you a little push, and then hold up the bag that's holding your stuff and throw it ahead of you, so that you can't just draw a weapon and start shooting them right there.
Did they look through that bag?
The bag is the one they packed, taking your weapons and things off of you.
Okay, it is. So they know what's in there. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, don't do that. There's a small nuclear device in there.
Hey guys, you got any water or
Not
tequila?
true, but...
And Elmanos, you can see Gas just got released and is now headed back to you.
When Gas picks up her bag and dusts it off and walks back, she's like, "You two are bigger idiots than my brother."
It was not my idea. I did not want to take this deal.
Yeah, just get in the truck.
There's the first part. First file.
I send the first biotechnic file.
All right. Your personal account? Or is there a different account you'd like me to send the money to?
I think my personal account is good, and I give him a proxy account that'll go through, so they can't trace directly to me.
And moments later, 50,000 euro hits. Next two files.
Okay. How difficult would it be for me to alter one of the files and send an altered version?
Well, if you hadn't already already altered the file, it will be obvious that's what you're doing, because you would have to drop into NetSpace to alter it and then come back to MeetSpace. And that's pretty obvious to anybody looking at you.
What about doing an encryption protocol?
That you could easily do without having to drop in.
Okay.
Well, there's also the fact that we've been driving for a few days. So would Elmanos have made a few copies or anything? Would the,
Oh yeah, I have copies for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm assuming there are multiple copies stored in multiple places
my
with
main
T
question
having a set himself.
Yeah.
my main question then is, would she have made an altered version in case something like this went down, considering how paranoid she is?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Nothing like that was even mentioned up to this point, so no. And it wasn't that long ago that you guys got the last
We'll be
file.
here at 9 o'clock.
All right. Now, for the final file, you transfer it first, and we all leave. Your friend knows where your other friend is.
You already have much more skilled personnel here. Why should we give you... We are not going to just run and just put pedal to metal and leave as soon as we get our friend back. At the very least, bring him out.
As soon as you have your friend, there is no more leverage on our side.
You still have a gun to his back?
You have to give us the file first.
And why should we give you a file when you could just as easily still kill all of us? I do not trust Arasaka.
Well,
You should be very far away before any file is transferred.
One, she's highly paid and highly motivated, and the only reason she's not going on a killing spree right now is because of how highly paid she is. After we all leave, I can't guarantee that she's not going to quit my employ.
Exactly why we should have our friend.
But Arasaka does understand honor. True, I will admit, many times we ignore it. But we do understand it.
Reassuring.
Would it not still be honorable to, at the very least, let us see our friend and have him within
about
our
this?
line of sight
How about this?
before we actually
want-
give you your file?
If you want the file, the last file, which is the big one,
Mm-hmm.
probably the most important file of the bunch, if I'm being honest. You allow us to train our guns on her, she says, pointing at Bayou Slim's wife. And immediately once I put that file on the server, we are allowed to take her into custody.
There's only the two of them here, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's only the two of them here. Okay, while they're talking, Gas is gonna go into the truck and grab something.
Yeah, Steelheart has her shotgun on hand and her tomahawk at easy to access.
Kind
I
of
don't wanna
glances in the
hurt your
direction that would
laptop.
be where
Can-
Bayou Slim's wife is in relation to him, and says, "You want to take the murderous viper that wants you dead, rather than having me take it away."
Well, as you said,
that's
there's
what you
nothing
want.
guaranteeing that she will go with you afterwards. She might quit your employ and then turn back around and be a rabid, vicious viper again.
She will not be allowed to leave my employ for at least 12 hours. I'm sure people of your resources and intellect can come up with something to deal with one person in 12 hours.
You mind if I cut in here real quick?
Go ahead. I can't physically stop Gas from going nutso right now.
Well, I know, but I mean, OOC, like, you mind if I say? Okay, so Gas is gone for like 45 seconds, and then she comes out, and she has this kind of like glazed over look on her face, and
High as balls.
no, she's just very excited.
Okay.
And she is holding a very special grenade in her hands right now. And she walks out, and she looks
Which one
kind
is
of
it?
like, oh, you know, the one that could potentially nuke several city blocks.
Ah,
That one.
They should have never given this bitch money.
No, they shouldn't have. And she just waits for there to be like a small lull in the conversation before she interjects, like a standstill. And she says, I suggest you listen to her. You should, in fact, do whatever she wants at this point.
Oh, God,
Because I'm getting really rather bored. And I have this neat little toy that I have been dying to try. So if we don't trust that you aren't going to just kill us anyways, how about I take you with us? And she holds up the grenade, and she has her hand on the pin.
the two ladies do look very nervous about this.
She's
But Mr. Okano, Mr. Okano is on a laptop screen. He's not physically there.
She's not worried about him. These two ladies are the ones dealing for him. So she's saying, you should listen to what she's saying about getting out of here, because I will blow us all up. I don't know that you know what this is, do you? I was told that there is a small chance that this thing takes out several city blocks. I bought it on that chance. And I'm a gambler. But are you ladies gamblers? Do you like to play with chance? Because we could play a very fun game right now. I'm pretty sure that if we give you that file, you will try to screw all of us. So how about you get out and you bring hard sell here, like she says? And then I can put this lovely little toy back in the car. And then maybe I will try detonating it on somewhere else another day, another time. And if you think I'm bluffing, well, how much are you willing to risk your lives on that? On the fact that I won't take all of us down with you. Her eye kind of twitches a little bit.
Hey, quick question before James speaks. Is gas outside of the car right now?
Yeah, gas is outside the car.
Okay.
She's already entered the passcode on the bomb too. It's just one pin pull away.
Yeah, Steelheart's just going to turn to the back and just be like to Young and Cardiang and say your prayers. Either I'm going to drive fast enough, we get out of the blast radius, or we all die.
Close the doors on the van,
Considering
quick.
the 0 to 60 on the van is somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 seconds, and that has a 2-second detonation.
Yeah, no, that's as she said. There's not a great chance I'm gonna get us out of here alive. Say your prayers.
But while both ladies look very nervous, they're not the ones negotiating.
Well, they better be quickly.
Okano goes, you know where he is. Give me the file and you can have him. It's that simple. I have no reason to come after you once I have that file. None. There's no profit in it.
You know, at this point, I'm not talking to you. Why don't you just sit there on your little computer screen and be quiet? And she looks back at the ladies. So, do you want to take your chances with the annoying man on the computer? Or do you want to take your chances with me right here, right now? You should make a decision quickly, because I'm getting very trigger happy. I've been waiting to find out what this baby can do.
Okano looks at you and goes, they're all disposable. Why would I have sent anyone who wasn't? Go ahead. I got 3 of the 4 already. I'm sure that'll be enough to jumpstart my R&D program. So go ahead. Push the button.
Steelheart starts the car.
I'm wondering, okay, James at this point Like,
Mhm.
I think Sasha should make a roll. And while the guy who's safe says, go ahead and kill all these guys, they're disposable.
I'm trying to convince the disposable ones that they want to live.
Exactly. Their lives are, they might betray
And
the
they
guy
are the
on the
ones who are
screen.
in the position to order a retreat and a release of hard cell. So I'm not talking to him. And I will do it. Gas has crazy eyes right
Yeah.
now. She is on
You
one
mean the
humanity.
contractor who has absolutely no authority to give orders to anyone in Arasaka whatsoever, and the rank private who also has no authority to give any of the people back there any orders?
Clearly they are, because they've been negotiating with us this whole time.
No, they haven't.
Or
been
they have
negotiating.
not. They haven't said hardly shit.
They've been saying they're
It's
quietly.
all been Okano who's been speaking.
Well, we've been talking to the guy on
Well,
the
then they
block.
better start deciding to say things soon.
Yeah, they better start speaking up and say, whoa, whoa.
Well, the woman, she just closes her eye, holding the laptop. She just closes her eyes and kneels down and looks like she's ready for whatever you choose to do. While
You
the
might wanna-
contractor, Bayou Slim's wife, now widow, she's looking like she's going, shrug, it's going to kill El Manos too. I'm okay with this.
It's a good death.
Okay, so then let me just make something super clear, because I don't want there to be any confusion, OOC. If they're not going to stop Gas by doing what she says, then one of you is going to have to stop Gas, because I will do this. If I am not stopped, I will do this. So OOC Lee, I don't want to be like a giant dick, but one of you will have to stop her. Or convince her, because she's got crazy eyes right now.
Mostly it's gonna have to be Stillheart.
Yeah,
Bluff has been called.
Bluff has
We
been
have to
called,
show.
and
He's
Gas
like,
is not a sane woman.
James has just said, you have to show your cards. Let's go. Let's rock.
Yeah, I just
James,
threatened to kill
remind
all of
me.
us if they didn't do something very simple, and they called my bluff. But considering Gas fully believes that they will try to screw us, and I think the rest of us believe they will try to screw us too. They outnumber us and everything, right? And whatever. I mean, we've been saying the whole time, especially you and El Manos and Steelheart have been saying, if we don't deal, they'll kill us for sure. And we're overpowered and everything. So if they don't take a stance that puts us in a better position, they can just take the files and then kill us anyways. Or the lady whose husband we killed might decide to kill us after we give her what she needs anyways too.
Can I just say, this might be the second game on this channel that has ended exactly like this. Howard ran a Spelljammer game.
Oh my god.
Where we had to deal with the Beholder, and the Beholder would not budge on the deal that he made with us. He was doing something extremely sketchy, and we all decided that if he's not going to deal, that we're just going to attack it. And it was a total party kill, and the Game Master warned us. We said we have to do it anyways because that's just how we are, and everybody agreed. And I think this is just another one of those situations. We got to do it.
We're pretty close to the end of the campaign, so I don't feel too bad about it.
Now, I will point out that when you bought the grenade, I did say there was a chance it wasn't what as advertised.
I know, and that's why I fully intend to throw it at the two women in case it isn't, and not just detonate it on myself. But I still fully am accepting of the consequence that Gas will throw this if she is not talked down by somebody.
I don't think anybody is. I haven't.
Well, that leaves El Manos and
I'm sorry.
to try to talk them down.
Hold on. Go. I'm not in the scene. I'll be quiet.
I'm giving the two people that are in the scene a chance to do something about this. Or to confirm that they are not doing something about this.
Is trying to talk.
Go ahead, Doc. Ooh, she gone.
It is a stressful situation. Needing a moment is perfectly understandable and acceptable. After all, this is a game for fun. Getting too frustrated, even if the situation calls for it, it's not always fun.
Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I don't want to be a dick about it, so I'm not going to be like, "Oh, you have to roll for it" or anything. Just if somebody puts in an effort to talk gas down,
So
because we don't want to OOCly blow up, then you can probably talk her down.
in the Spelljammer
But someone
game,
does need to talk her down.
in the Spelljammer game, we as a party decided to attack. My character was the captain and could give the orders. And
Right.
instead of doing that, I looked at all of the other players and I asked them, I feel like attacking this guy. If you don't want me to, I won't, but I don't see another option that jives with my alignment or how we've been playing our characters. How does everybody feel about this? And we all talked about it for a little bit, and we came to the conclusion that yes, this is how we go out. This is exactly
that is
what
basically
we do.
what I'm trying to do. I'm giving everybody a veto option here. If somebody vetoes me, I will not do it, but it needs to be a player character that says,
Exactly.
Don't do that.
But if I was there, I don't get a vote on this because I'm not there. But if I was there, I would be like, do it.
Yeah, I think you would be.
This is
this
is a good way. It's
a pretty cool way.
I'll be reaching over and going, "Hey, the salesman even said there's a chance it don't work. Push button for her."
Yeah.
Okay. James, remind me, what was it that Arasaka person said? Was that about honor?
They said they know what it is. They're more motivated by profit. And the fact that once they have that final file, they have no monetary reason to come after you should be more surety than even worrying about them being honorable.
Except Bayislam's wife.
Yeah, but Okana was at least honest about that aspect. He can't guarantee that she won't quit his service, but he has her under contract for at least 12 hours after this deal.
I mean, what's he gonna do if she wipes the people who were fucking him off the face of the map while on contract? Give her a stern talking to? Like, I don't really feel very comforted by the fact that he still has her on contract. I doubt he cares that much if she kills us.
I mean, it could be,
especially since we're not in a position to do anything about it after we're all dead.
She could have a kill switch.
Maybe, but I mean, I'm not betting my life on that. I'd rather bet my life on this.
So, is either El Manos or Steelheart trying to talk Gas out of pushing the final button?
I mean, personally, El Manos doesn't want to die.
I'm trying to think, sorry.
I think from what Sasha's saying, just saying, "Hey, Gas, please don't," would be enough.
It would be enough. I just need a clear confirmation that your character is telling me not to do so, even if you don't have like a full, like convincing argument ready.
I'm pretty sure even if you said, "Can I have a couple of these?"
Or if you're just thinking, what are is this how my character wants to go out? Is this cool? Is this like...
Yeah, even if you were just to say like, I don't want it to end like this, that would probably...
Is this fun to go out like this?
Yeah, I'm not gonna
do
something that puts us in a bad position.
Is this a cool RPG story? Is it is this something that you're gonna tell war stories about?
I do have to say, it would be a very cyberpunk end to the game.
Yeah. Or are you like, no, we got to continue this game to the end. I want the happy ending. I want the good end.
Because this would be one of the many bad ends that are possible.
But I like bad ends.
Steelheart's gonna ask the Arasaka person. Gus, give us a few minutes. 5 tops. Then then we can come to a firm decision.
Gas just gives you like a slightly too wide smile, and stands by and listens.
Back to Arasaka person. We have so far everything has gone smoothly. With you, I'm not even saying release Hartzell. I am saying bring him out within line of sight. I do not trust you with $1, let alone a file that could make you many more than just €1, let alone a file that can make you many more euro.
How about this? Hermanos, you encrypt the last file. You hold the key. You know where to send the key. We leave. You send me the key once we're gone. That's fair. And to ease your companion's mind. Snaps his fingers, and you see on the screen several guards grab hard cell, stand him up, and just start marching him out the same door Gas went.
Hey.
This is literally all Steelheart was wanting. Him at least moving towards them before they gave up.
Be careful. Be careful. Hey, are any of you guys ladies in that armor?
Oh my god. You think before you kill me, we could do it real quick? It would make it be, better.
No. I'm not that
Be
crass.
interested in going into the bathroom
Oh, God.
before we leave?
I'm not that crass. I'd be like, I just want to see a pretty face before I go. Come on.
Take them out.
Keep it classy.
Steelheart's gonna turn to Elmanos and ask, is that doable? How hard is that for you? Because with the whole encrypt the file and then send the key after everyone's long gone.
Oh, surely I can do that. Well, I must warn you, this file's already encrypted. I haven't had the time to break it yet.
That's fine.
Then
Fine.
It's not like you're looking to put a 128-bit encryption on it. An 8-bit for this would be sufficient.
Fine.
It would take, even if you don't send the key, at least 8 hours for anybody I have to break an 8-bit encryption.
Gas, is it possible to deactivate the bomb?
Oh, yes.
She's like, nope.
It is certainly possible. I simply don't get why this man, who wants this file so bad, is willing to let me, a clearly mentally unstable woman, detonate the only people who can give him that file.
Another funny thing you could have
He
said
really
to-
wants to call my bluff, and by the gods, I really, really want to let him. I really do.
Another funny as hell thing you could have said was, it surely can be deactivated. I don't know how to, but it surely can.
Gas,
Sorry, I'm being
can you at least put it away while they finish their business? She is disconnecting herself from being actually the one making business with Arasaka. She's leaving Elmanos taking all of the responsibility. She does not want sure she'll talk at them.
Also, Steelheart is disassociating herself from her body right now because this is just way too stressful.
At
She's like,
almost
this
the
bitch might
exact
actually blow us all up.
point that they released Gas from, they now have hard cell at with 3 assault rifles actively touching his head with the barrels,
File is on
while
its
2
way.
other guards are holding him by the arms.
Am I here at this place?
You're about 100 feet out, yeah.
Oh.
So not really comfortable conversation range.
No. It's all right. It's all right.
File's on its way.
Enough to see Gas holding
I
a
think it's
grenade for
time.
sure.
I think it's time for this.
I say to the guards, I say,
start walking.
"Hey guys, can we back up, please? You see what's in my sister's hands? She's crazy. Let's take another 100 yards."
Let's take a quick
Can we
jog.
actually go back to the room? I feel safer in there.
Is there any reinforced walls here?
Is your vehicle armored?
Guys,
How armored?
Okay, seriously, guys. Are any of you women?
Now is the time. Do or die.
I wanted to die having sex, not with my sisters blowing me up with a bomb.
You know, I was knew it was going to come to this. I just didn't think it was going to be this soon.
The weird part is, this is exactly what that soothsayer woman said would happen.
You'll go out with a bang. And you thought it meant sex.
Okay, file's on its way. I suggest that venomous bitch start walking away now. Otherwise, things could get hairy.
Go ahead and give me a whatever skill roll you want to use for encrypting.
Cryptography? Yeah. I'll give some cryptography checks.
Since you're just doing a simple one, education or library search are also possible skill uses for this.
Well, because remember, I'm
Shelf encryptor. And,
I'm wanting to encrypt the file and then do an encryption on top of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, cryptography.
Okay, that is more than enough to get at least a 8-bit. In fact, that probably gets you a good 16-bit one done.
Perfect. Send it up to the server.
Gas is like stroking the nuke. The maybe nuke.
The nuke purrs.
Instead of the baby nuke, it's the
Maybe nuke. Yeah. She's like
After a few seconds, your upload bar finishes, and Okana looks at his little screen off to the side and then goes, "Pleasure doing business with all of you." Snaps his finger again, and Lady Kneeling stands back up and starts walking backwards away from you guys. The guards holding hard cell throw his the bag they threw his stuff in, and far ahead of them, give him a shove, but do not break his cuffs. And they all fade back into the ghost town.
You might want to run faster.
Meanwhile, Bayou Slim's widow does make sure to get eye contact with El Manos. And yep, that's exactly what she does. But when she does this part, a blade actually comes out from between her fingers. And then looks like a middle finger at you as she walks away.
As she does that walking away, I just pat the railgun that's attached to the top of the roof. See you
It's
later,
not attached
Ted.
to the roof. It's inside the vehicle, I'm pretty sure.
No, I thought we had attached it to one of the vehicles before we left.
I thought it
You
was
did
inside
attach
the
it
vehicle.
inside the van, pointing out the back doors.
Yeah.
Same difference then. I'll pat the barrel of the gun, basically.
This bitch can fit so much spaghetti.
I can.
All right.
As
And
the-
we've now reached the end point.
Hold on, James. One last thing before we end. As the lady's going past me, I'll be like, "Hey, Angel Face. Here's my number." I know this was I know this was a weird way to meet, and I don't hold nothing against you. And hey, it might make a great meet cute story one day.
You know, this is a missed opportunity.
And your agent actually pings with a number and a small text a moment later. The text says, "Call me when you get to Night City."
Hey, now
Is
we
that
can
Bayou
end.
Slim's wife or the other one?
The other one.
Oh.
And it
Damn
says that, and that one, the name with the number is Haruko, Haruko
Haruko.
Kanawa.
Haruko Kanawa.
Haruko Konawa. Arasaka. Contact. Good looking woman interested in me. Alright, it's in my notes.
I thought you were gonna say, "All right, it's official now."
Alright. Now
We're
we're
getting
done.
there.
How much IP we get, buddy?
IP. This was heavy roleplay, very good, very well done. Almost had a good Cyberpunk ending, though technically a bad ending. So I'm actually going to give you 50 IP today.
Cool. What is this game?
And
25.
50
5-0 for IP.
and 50K goes into my big
50K euro in El Manos's specific bank account. Whether she chooses to share with everyone else, that's completely up to her, because it's in her account.
I've decided to rename this episode Hostile Negotiations. I think that's a very good
That's
name.
a very fitting one.
I'm not sure that El Manos wants to withhold anything from Gas at the moment. She's feeling very trigger happy.
Thank you, everybody who's watched this. Thank you for all of your comments. Catch up Wargiz over on Twitch. Fatcorn, you are awesome audience. We very much am glad to have you, and we hope we see you next week, next Cyberpunk Saturday. You like that, James?
Cyberpunk Samurai Saturdays.
All right. From James, Tarek, Sasha, Valkyrie, my name is Corey. Wishing you all to go roll some dice.